What's good, everybody? We getting down with some entitled people today. Here we go. Your dog is too skinny. You shouldn't own a dog. So I bring my dog literally everywhere with me. She's like an emotional support beacon for me, but because emotional support animals aren't supported or protected in Ireland, I actually can't bring her into most stores, unless she's a registered guide dog and she has the official guide dog vest. When I go on my routine weekly shopping trip every Tuesday, she usually is tied up outside of the supermarket I like to shop in. It's little. I don't have a car and walk or cycle everywhere. My dog, whose name is Morgan, is not able to eat most normal dog food products or treats, so she's actually on a raw feed diet that's absolutely murdering my pockets, but I'd rather feed her raw than deal with her being sick all the time. She was 7 months old at the time. I walk to Little from the middle of town and tie her up outside beside the bin because she likes to hide behind it and go to sleep. I greet the local beggar. She always stands beside it, and I go inside. Now, coincidentally, while I'm getting cat food, I'm in the pet section. This blonde lady frantically comes over and roots through the dog treats. I didn't take any notice to it, but it was strange how frantic she was. She then quickly waddles away. This woman was quite large. Where are her ankles kind of large? I got the rest of what I needed, which was a lot, and paid. Left and found my dog outside with not just one treat, but 2 whole bags of dental stick treats and 2 whole bags of jumbo treats. I counted and there was 24 treats between all the bags. I was absolutely mortified. I was lucky the dog was smart and only ate half a jumbo, but still. If she was anyway food orientated, she'd have eaten the lot and could have gotten extremely sick. The beggar was still there and told me it was a large blonde woman who did it. Lo and behold, it seemed to be the same woman I saw moments beforehand. So I waited. I stood there and shared my donuts with the beggar until the lady came out and he pointed her out to me, and I, for the first time in my life, confronted a stranger. "Excuse me, ma'am, did you feed this dog?" I asked. I stayed polite. "Yes, I brought some treats out for the poor thing. She is awful skinny," she said. Now, Morgan is a border collie. They're naturally skinny, and raw feed diets also keep dogs' waists fairly slim too. But if you feel her ribs, you can feel a nice healthy layer of fat for a pup her age. "Excuse me, ma'am, but that dog is certainly not skinny," I said. "You could have killed her with that amount of treats." This seemed to greatly offend her. "How could I have killed the dog? It's a few treats. She needed it anyway. Why did you take them away and dump them? You had no right," she shouted. That amount of fatty products for a single sitting could kill any dog, especially a dog who can't eat those kinds of treats in the first place. And I have every right to take those treats from the dog. It's my dog. I continued to stay polite, but my voice raised a little. "How do I know it's your dog?" she sneered. Her smirk was as if she thought she caught me lying. So I had her read and phone the number on the dog's tag, and oh look, my phone starts to ring. "Well then, you should be feeding your dog better. You shouldn't own a dog. Treating her like that. She's very skinny," she growled. "Are you stupid? She's a border collie. She's the perfect weight. My vet even complimented on her condition." I snapped. How dare she tell me I was a bad dog owner? She continues to make snide remarks as I untie the dog and then comments something about phoning the local dog warden. That's when things turn south for her. "Oh, actually, that's a good idea, and while you phone the warden, I'll phone the police. I have a picture of the condition you left my dog in out here. I'm pretty sure they'll be happy to know what happened." Now, I actually don't have a picture, but I did have a witness. But the white lie shut her up and she just huffed and waddled away. I was fuming. She never apologized, and for 2 days I had to deal with Morgan's literal explosive diarrhea. I phoned the vet and he said that it should clear itself out within 2 days, and it did. And here's a picture of the pupper. That's a good looking collie. What an adorable pup. Yeah, she definitely handled that situation better than I would have. "Give me your laptop. I'm older than you." Backstory, I'm 21. I've been working as a junior software developer for a while now. My colleagues are different. That's to say, they're mostly dudes in their late 40s and 50s, easily old enough to be my dad. I don't mind. I can handle the banter and love to joke around. There's a relatively short supply of females. This much is to be expected from an IT firm. Being the runt, both in a literal sense, I'm 149 centimeters, 4'11", for my American friends. And age-wise, I'm often the subject of either mistaken identity or straight-up teasing. This happened when I was a fresh hire, doe-eyed, shy, and full of hopes and dreams of starting my first full-time job at a fancy office, on my very first day. Our lovely characters: EC, entitled C-word, HR department; FD, friendly dad-like coworker, back-end development guru; me, vaguely childish-looking newbie. My first day at work, I'm waiting in the lobby for FD, whom I met during one of my job interviews. He's a gentle giant in his early 50s, extremely smart back-end developer. He's also tall, really tall. He's easily 2 meters, 6'6". FD comes up to me as I'm sitting at a little bench, smiling carefully. "Glad to see you made it. I'll show you your desk and we can get you sorted out with your new laptop." He greets me and I follow him upstairs to my new workplace. It's a mostly open office with little dividers for different teams that work on different stuff. I'm led to my desk, which has 2 mounted screens and a brand new laptop sitting in its box. I'm greeted by about 6 of my new coworkers that will be working with me on different projects. They're a nice bunch and I feel very welcomed. As soon as I sit behind my way too high desk in my extremely comfortable office chair to unpack my brand new laptop, in comes EC. From her haircut, glasses, and dress, and an expression that conveys hatred towards me, I can instantly tell she does not like me. "Oh, who do we have here?" She basically snarls in a very annoying tone that almost made me cringe. "I'm Stereru. I'm a new hire," I explain, giving her a hand and smiling at her, trying to be polite. Usually, being friendly with people makes them more friendly towards you. Not EC. She immediately raises her eyebrows and makes a tut-tut noise at me, leaning in. "You know, those clothes really aren't in line with our dress code. You might want to dress a bit more professional in the future," she complains in her annoying nasal voice. I was wearing a white skirt that reached to my knees and a baby blue, slightly oversized, brandless, printless sweater. I even asked beforehand during the interview about the dress code and they told me, "You can wear whatever you like as long as it's not distracting." We don't have a strict dress code for developers since you do not interact with customers face to face. I want to ask her more about the dress code, but she scampers off before I can say anything else. FD shrugs like, "I don't know, she's crazy." And I just decide to set up my new laptop. It's a brand spanking new laptop, top of the line i7 processor, 512GB solid state drive, beautiful screen, a really powerful device. I have to use it with a docking station that connects it to power and 2 screens and a keyboard mouse setup while I'm at my desk, which is swiftly lowered by the service desk guys and makes my desk look comically small next to FD's. The laptop can also be accessed from all throughout the office on huge 70-inch TVs in luxury meeting rooms during meetings and presentations. Pretty nifty setup. I can also take it home to work from home. Once I'm done setting all my stuff up, I get to installing all the software I need like Visual Basic, SQL Server Management Studio, the works. EC walks by again and catches a glimpse of my new work laptop, and then doo-doo hits the fan. "What are you doing with that laptop, dear?" I hear from behind, and internally I already begin to cringe. Not this crazy lady again. "This? It's my work laptop. I got it when I arrived," I explain nicely, fiddling around with the monitor standard to lower it to a more Hobbit-friendly height. Of course she had to call me dear. The woman looks at the laptop, then at me, then gives me a crooked grin and goes in to try and take my laptop. I'm a bit stunned, not able to stop her since I'm adjusting the monitors. "I think there's been a mistake. These laptops are new. You were probably assigned one of the older models to work on since you're still on your trial period. I'll take yours and you can have mine. That will fix the issue." She triumphantly smirks, me being a bit green behind the ears still, but not too timid to stand up for myself. "Excuse me? I think the laptop was meant for me. The system admin's already set everything up in my name and I've been installing my personal software on it." The woman scoffs. "Don't worry, the admins will set your account up on my old laptop for you. I'm your senior, dear. You might want to save the backtalk for when you're through your trial period." At this point, FD, who was getting a cup of coffee for himself, a hot cocoa for me, comes back and sees me struggling with the monitors and EC fiddling with the cables of my laptop. I give him a helpless look and he quickly rushes over and stands in EC's way, who now has my laptop in her clutches. "What's going on?" he asks, looking at me, then EC. EC tries to spill the same bullshit to FD, who isn't having any of it. Stereru is a developer. She needs this laptop to reliably run our test environments and use our programs. "Your laptop isn't suited for her kind of work," he tells her and easily snatches my laptop back from her. EC scoffs and hecks off somewhere, probably to haunt some other poor souls. This was my first interaction with that lovely human being, and I've been working there for a while now, with many more unpleasant stories. But this was as good of an introduction as any to a woman who would, and probably will, continue to haunt me throughout my career for the foreseeable future. This is coming from someone who works in HR. Sounds like their HR department needs a look at. Especially being a new hire, man. They're supposed to respect you. "I don't care if I'm adult and it's not my birthday. Give me a kid's birthday basket." In all my years on this earth, I have unfortunately come across many stupid and entitled people. Some of them I'm even related to. So this is far from the worst and craziest entitled person I've encountered. This reason still ticks me off though. This woman got me fired. Here's the cast. Moy, myself. Jennifer, entitled woman. Stupid boss, stupid boss. So a few years back, when I was 17 and in my senior year in high school, I got a job working at a local movie theater. It was a fun job for the most part, got a discount on movies and snacks, got to hang out with friends, etc. Of course, what made it suck was our boss. Now, I don't know what his problem was, but he always had a stick up his butt. He consistently acted like his workers, many of them just teenagers, were always disrespectful to him and were apparently ungrateful and spoiled. You know, just typical get off my lawn behavior. So he was always looking for reasons to fire one of us. He actually rarely ever managed to because most of the kids in town weren't spoiled hooligans. Or at the very least, the ones worked at the theater weren't, but still he tried, and one day, he got me. Enter Jennifer. Not her real name, she just looked like a Jennifer to me. More like a Karen. The entitled witch of our story. I'm working the snack bar one night. It's almost late, so I was the only one at the snack bar when she walks in. This lady looked like if Annie Wilkes and Dolores Umbridge were tossed into a blender, made into paint, and then messily spilled out onto a gelatinous whale of a canvas, to put it nicely. I also distinctly remember her smelling like ham and cheese Hot Pockets. Them things is nasty, y'all. I don't know who said this, but Hot Pocket for breakfast, Hot Pocket for lunch, you're dead by dinner. Anyways, she waddles her way up to the counter, giving off a pretty happy smile, I'll admit, and asks, "May I have a snack basket, please?" A snack basket is a little tray that has one each of the theater candy with a little cupcake. It was reserved for children under 13 who were having their birthdays here. This woman was clearly not under 13. So this conversation occurs. Paraphrased for the most part, can't remember everything. Moy. Oh, okay. How old is your child? Did you reserve a party here? Jennifer, shaking her head. Oh no, it's not for my child. He's not here. I want it for me. Now, to be fair, we never really advertised that the snack baskets were for kids' birthdays. It was just one of those things people were supposed to know automatically. Boss's logic, not mine. So if someone over 13 and not having a birthday would order it, it wouldn't really be a big deal. We'd just explain and usually it was handled well. Not so with this walking snot bubble of a person. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. The snack baskets are for 13 and under kids' birthday parties. Jennifer looked at me like I grew a third head. What? No, that's not right. That can't be right. Me, apologetically. I'm sorry, it's true. If you'd like, I'm willing to offer you one of our popcorn combos with a discount. Offering discounts was what the workers here usually did to avoid trouble, as well as just trying to be nice, but... No, you're lying. How dare you? You're oppressing me. Me, blinking confusedly. I'm sorry, what? You heard me, you twit. You think that just because I'm a woman, you can treat me like trash and deny me the things I want? You're oppressing me. This nappy-headed ratchet bimbo really just suggested that me, a woman, was denying her because she was a woman. I can't make this crap up, y'all. Ma'am, I ain't got nothing against you being a woman. It's just that— No, shut up, you sexist pig. How dare you? I clearly had boobs, and my hair was long, and I don't look masculine. I'm clearly a woman. But this minotaur must have been tripping balls to think I was being a sexist pig. What the f? So of course, my boss is walking out of the office and is hearing her insane accusations. I'm thinking, oh God, if you love me, please do not let this madness get caught up in hers. Stupid boss. Hey, what's with all the ruckus? There a problem here? Why, yes, there is. Your employee is not letting me order and being completely rude because I'm a woman. They are harassing me because I'm a woman. Stupid boss looks at me with a fierce glare. Me, sir, if you let me— Get out. Excuse me? Get out. Get your things. You're fired, Shalisa 2434. You weren't following company policy by harassing people. What? We're inclusive to everyone, and you should have been abiding by that, Shalisa 2434. Now get out. Yes, me, a woman, a black woman, I should add, wasn't being inclusive to other people. Not like my ancestors fought for inclusion or anything. I, a small teenager, was clearly harassing the raving lunatic who looked straight out of a Nickelodeon cartoon. That's his great logic. So, I just took my vest and my name tag and flipped them both off as I walked out of the theater. There's no real happy ending with this. He's still the manager there, and whenever he sees me, he'll give me the stink eye. Yeah, I don't see movies there anymore. This was also not my last encounter with Jennifer either. I'm willing to post my second encounter with her if anyone wants to hear it. Yeah, we want to hear the second one. I want more. You can't just end it like that. Come on. She should have just straight up called her a nappy-headed ratchet bimbo. That would have done it. The story right there. Make sure you like that smash button and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, jump on the Discord and get on that drawing contest. We'll see you all next time. Peace.